Yeah, this is my first completed run. I guess I'll just watch the intro because it's kind of just nice, I guess. I didn't have my camera on during this. But yeah, you have to name your file this. You don't have to do the same letters here. You can do like 5 uppercase G's or E's or whatever. I think they have to be uppercase, but you can do whatever there. I think they all have to be the same. I'm not sure. But 5 of the same capitalized letters. Capital FPR. You have to name your file that. And the reason for that is because when you do first cycle SRM, it takes your file name into consideration to get items, basically. So it's pretty detailed. The intro is pretty long, but I'll sit through it because I didn't have a cam on, I guess, during this. Plus, I kind of like the intro. Like, I've seen it a ton. I mean, like, I don't know, like 30 times now, but it doesn't really get old. Just classic. Non-binary people would find out coding is done with binary code. Ones and zeros. Like it should. No, I'm kidding. It's not Ben Shapiro, this. You know how that guy is. Yeah, I don't know. So the 0 out of 6 right here. Or right over here. I can't really. Down there. That's the completed runs out of the attempts. I've done way more attempts than that. I think I was up to like 13 attempts. I just didn't save them. So it took me like 13 tries. That seems low, but I think that's right. After practicing to get this run. And it's not clean. Like when you do SRM, you also have to do something called pause buffering. And you pause, advance a frame, pause, advance a frame, because SRM is very tight, right? That is really hard to master. So there's a lot of points where I'm just pausing on like the same frame. It's hard to. There's a rhythm to it. It's difficult. Also, depending on where Link is looking, when you pause and try to advance a frame, it could be different. So, like it could take longer, just because of like what it's rendering on screen. Like I've had runs where I've tried to do the first cycle SRM, and it's like way harder because I guess it was just rendering more. I don't know. Maybe it was me, but you definitely feel it when there's more stuff on screen, I think. Like when you're facing a wall, it's a lot easier to do SRM, in my opinion. Oh yeah, I think I. So you can do. This is. This is the. So the game lets you play for like half a second here. And I didn't go in a straight line. Basically, you just go in a straight line. It's surprisingly hard to do that for some reason. I don't know why. I think my sharpness is too high. Whenever there's something like moving on screen, it kind of like cuts out. Pretty sure that's due to sharpness. Yeah, I'll point out like what I tried to go for if I missed it, or where the hardest parts of the run were for me, and what takes the longest. What tricks are my favorite? I think my favorite thing to do in this run is just kind of like you use the Goron like rollout to travel. That's probably the best part of the run. Just zoom past everything. But that's like the least technical part of the run. Oh man, it feels so good to finish a run. I'm gonna do more of this category today. It's gonna be nice to having what's to run up against. Interestingly enough, that this run had my best ever HMS split, which is the Happy Mass Salesman section. Which that's when you start pause buffering for the first time in that section. Link's just like on the ground. Yeah, the majority of this route is cutscenes, especially if you're really good. Pretty sure record's like 18. It's like a high 18. Or no, it's a mid 18, I think. Like a mid 1830 something. Surprisingly, it's hard to go in a straight line. I don't know what it is. Yeah, you can see like scan lines in the game. Best part of the game, right there. Yeah. I don't know if I messed up any of this stuff. We'll see. This is pretty simple. You just try to get to the end as quick as possible. So, oh yeah, the chest you get here is Deku's. Or sorry, the Deku nuts, which you actually use for SRM. Like the only item you get in the whole run, other than magic. Skip a bit here. Just going straight. This looks super close. It actually is not that hard. You just hold up. So you can side hop there, and if you hit A at the perfect time, you'll skip that text box, which doesn't really save that much time, but it's nice because the text box is super easy to, it's short. So, all right, Forest Temple vibes. So here's the first like tech, I guess you see in the game. So you'll target the pole, then to the right of it, and you'll start pause buffering. If you advance more than one frame, you'll get the cutscene. For some reason, if you go through this section and pause buffer it through one frame, you won't get the cutscene. But if it's 2 frames, you'll get the cutscene. But man, I did really good. That was pretty good. I mean, took me like 18 pauses, maybe 20. The least is 10, I think, if you're perfect. But I'm not perfect. So, but yeah, I just skipped a cutscene there. If I get the cutscene, usually my split is like 9:30, 9:26. So I skipped a pretty good chunk of time. And that was my fastest HMS Happy Mask Salesman skip. You can actually backwalk here. Backwalking is normally faster in Zelda games, or in the 64 ones. But I think the spin is just as fast. At least that's what I was told, I think. Yeah, backwalk here. So you get the fairy, because now our goal is to get magic. But while we're getting the fairy to get magic later, we're going to advance time in the inn here. And there is a front door. I don't know why we don't use the front door. I've never tried. But we go through the back door to, I don't know, get in, I guess. I don't know. And then we talk to the grandma. She lets us skip 2 hours every time she tells us a story. And you're supposed to go till 3. If you look on the bottom, there's like a, the timer. Or the clock. I go to 1 because it doesn't require as tight movement. If you go to 3, you have to have pretty good movement, and I don't yet. So. Pretty good movement there, though. Kind of. I missed the door, but you backwalk, and you can do that like right out the gate of the game. I think all you have to do is backwalk into the corner there, and it's free. So here's the part where you have to have good movement to like kind of make it to. So I have to get magic before nightfall, essentially. If you go to 3, it becomes night faster, and your run is faster because of it too, because you're not waiting those extra 2 hours. That makes sense. So here's our magic. Let's go. Beginning of the run is really easy, I would say. I do fail Happy Mask salesman skip sometimes, but I think I'm getting it. Plus, if you fail, that's not really that big. Unless you're going for like record or something. But the beginning is pretty lenient. I like the beginning. I think today I'm gonna go for 3 o'clock because I just need to get used to it. Because you don't wait for the time to go to night, Now we got our magic. Now that we have our magic, we can do a special like bubble move. And we can advance to the first cycle SRM part. So we talked to the bomber because we need one of them for SRM. So now that we've got the bomber loaded. So, yeah, my movement is so bad. So if I did 3 o'clock and had good movement, right when I got to that sign, it would become nighttime. And after nighttime, you cut the sign, blah, 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 blah. But I'm bad, so yeah. But your camera has to be in a certain position to where a bush on the other side of the screen, like beneath the heart, is loaded. If that bush unloads, you fail the run, essentially. Or you can't do the first cycle SRM. Me targeting the wall, it's kind of scary because I thought I unloaded it. I guess I was okay. Because after it becomes night, I cut the sign. And then I target the corner over here. Because it unloads the grass when it needs to be unloaded. But if you do it too early, Messes everything up. SRM's hard to explain. Good movement. Shit. So now you have to set up this guy. I almost tagged him there. If you tag him, it's GG. Wow, I had a really bad bomber, huh? Usually not this bad. So I like to get him right here. Yeah. And then you'll spin toward him. And you have to get him like right in that corner. But if he's too far away from the wall, it's not gonna work. Which he was, so I had to reset him again. I tagged him, but I didn't collide with him. Sort of. So it didn't mess it up, thankfully. Jeez, this was so bad, huh? Wow. This is probably the hardest part. One of the hardest parts of the run, for sure. I did get it. I got it. Well, you'll see, Swanky. Dude, I can't believe I did this bad on the bomber. I'm usually really good at the bomber. Or not really good, but I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, I almost got him with the tag. So here's what I want. See how he's like right next to the wall? No, he's not. See how he keeps like flying away from it? I don't know why that's what's happening. Usually that doesn't happen. You know, he's like next to it, and I'm comfortable to do the setup. So that's where he's gotta be. Like it's kind of lenient, but yeah, he's a pain basically. So now I'm doing SRM. Sort of. Yeah, I am. And it's a whole bag of bolts, dude. I'm not gonna explain this. Just watch. I'm basically doing like very specific things that have very specific actions take place. And I gotta say, my pause buffering is pretty okay right now. Right? It's not that bad. I have a new method, so this is one of the hardest parts in the run. Like the third hardest in my opinion. You have to hit L, hold right, and hit B all on this frame. And for some reason, hitting L, which is target, is finicky. Sometimes I just don't get a target. So I have to like kind of take my time here. I got the target, as you heard. Okay, so here's the hardest part of the whole run, in my opinion. You have to, while holding B and right, you have to hit L and A on the same frame and then buffer it. So after that, hit start, all in the same frame. Because if you don't buffer it, it tends to fail, in my opinion. Like if I just do that all in one frame, I don't get it. So you gotta go for the buffer, I think. And I've got a new method, so I get it pretty consistent now. But this was the hardest thing. This is what like killed like 90% of my runs. Doing this input. Like I literally have to like change my grip. The whole thing. Wonder how long it took me. We'll see. I got it second try. That's pretty good. Nice. And now you hover over the nuts. Wait for the balloon to dissipate. And you get this set up. Nice. Hookshot, Goron, and Fierce Deity. Goron's for traveling. Fierce Deity is for the final boss. And the hookshot is to set up SRM. Don't really know what it does, but it just sets up SRM. So sick, we got our SRM. The second part, Second hardest part of the run is coming up. It's so hard. There's a thing that you gotta do called inverted camera. I'll explain it when we get there, but it's hard. So we have to advance the second day or moon warp, I think. Don't think you can do moon warp on first cycle. I don't know. But I know you just have to advance the second day. That's what we were doing there. By talking to that guy, you can advance. Now we're going to the Mystery Woods, which is like Lost Woods in this game. But I love doing this. I love doing that with the Goron mask. It's so nice. The grotto you go to warp isn't there day one. Oh yeah. So I was like looking up like sprites and stuff for splits, or for like icons for splits and stuff. And I kind of happened across that, Wanky. I found this like diagram that like showed how different Mystery Woods. Oh yeah, so here, if you look at the hut on the right side of the screen, it'll load an NPC. If that happens, your run fails. So that's why I'm doing this camera here. Yeah, I love, dude, the Goron mask is so sick. Fucking awesome. So you have to roll into that bush, break the bush. If you break the other two, I don't know if it ends the run. It probably does, but so break that. Go to Link. You want to pull the hookshot before this load zone, I think. Then you'll go into this load zone, put it away, side hop, and then you'll do inverted camera. You can reload the woods if you fuck up any of the heap. Oh, we got, okay, thank you, Swanky. Awesome. So here's this is the second, probably now the hardest part of the run for me, because I have a setup for the last part of that first cycle of SRM. You have to hit L, flick right, and retarget before double targeting. So this all has to take place within one target, essentially. And I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but it's really tight for me. But I watch videos of people doing it on like YouTube, and they do it like flawlessly. I don't know how. Maybe I'm just missing something, but this is super hard. So I'm targeting, flicking right, and retargeting. And it takes me a while, I think, but I do get it. So you can see I'm flicking right, but I'm not doing something correct. I don't know what it is. So my visual cue is when I target, before the black parts get to their max, right? The like letterbox like black bars. I try to do all the inputs within that range, and I usually get it. So target, flick, target again, and then at that point, the first target should be at its max, right? So that's what I go for. It's super tight, yeah. But people are really good at it, so I don't know. It's gonna take me a while. When he like does this like awkward jitter like that means you're close, I'm pretty sure. So there we go. Got it. That I did really quick, which I'm proud of. That's pretty hard to. What is that called? Hessing? No, it's not called hessing. What is that called, Swinky? That like ricochet? So now I'm doing more pause buffering, super sliding. And the frame I'm looking for is this frame where he picks up his back foot. That actually takes 3 frames But the first 2 frames looks like Link's not moving, but you are holding back. Now it's like 8 frames or something like that to get the next. The SS, right? Hyper extended super slide is missing. So here's the frame I want. His back foot is just behind that, and then I just spam A. 2 side hops. We're in. Let's go. If you super slide at slightly the wrong angle, you won't get this. You'll warp somewhere else. We're in. How did I do in the fight? I don't remember.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was so happy that I did a run before this where I died on Majora, but I wasn't recording. And I think it was slower. I'm not sure. So then I was like, okay, I gotta record now. And I actually did it again, so. Very happy. I don't know how to fight Majora optimally, but I feel like I'm doing okay so far. These masks that are flying around, they do like a shot at you. If it hits you, it does a full heart. And I only have 3 hearts. And there's 4 of them. So if you're not quick enough, you'll die to them attacking you. Where's FaZe? I feel like I got bad RNG there. There's very little I could have done about that, I think. But it's really easy to kill, so. I killed 2 of the masks. Oh, I remember what happened here. Watch this. I got hit, right? Because he was like flying around and stuff, which is RNG, I think. But look at that. Next attack, killed him. So I could have got a little bit of a like slightly better time. 23-29. I split a little late, but pretty, yeah. 23-29, which is 9th, by the way. Let's go. First run got me 9th. Hello? I've never even seen Old Route, and I never freaking will.
Dude, what? Look at the fucking pace!
But we did it. Let's go. I did the run. So exciting. I think that's technically my 2nd time getting to Majora, but I died the first time. So. We'll never see the light. The first run will never see the light of day. Died. Unless it was never recorded. But we did it. We beat Majora in 23 minutes. Let's go. That's awesome. Super cool to watch that again. Then it's just cutscenes. Yeah, I kind of do. I would love to get sub 20, but that'll take some practice. And I'm in this weird mood right now where I want to learn a lot of speedruns. And I don't really care about the times I get in them as much as I used to. Like, my next speed game that I want to learn is Silent Hill 2. It just, like, I love the atmosphere in Silent Hill 2. I've only seen half the run, so I don't know if I'll stick with it. Like if there's a bunch of RNG, I tend to not like those kinds of runs. But right now I'm loving the parts that I've seen of Silent Hill 2. But I'd like to go to sub 20. I've got a sub 20 and 16. I've got a sub hour and 70 star for Mario. Maybe I can get a sub 20 for Sora. But I'm gonna have to like really put it in practice for that. And then like go for it in SRM parts, which is hard. And I'm like the part in Mystery Woods where you have to do the inverted camera. I don't know how I'm gonna get at that. Are you good at that, Swanky? I feel like that's impossible to get good at. Let's go. I've always liked the credits for Majora. The credits for OT are really good too, though. But it's like the whole game is dreary, and then at the end it's kind of like it's a sort of a happy ending, kind of. Mario's on his back. It's destined. But my next goal is just sub 23 right now, though. But my end goal might be sub 20. Just fades out. Time for me to go, sir. We'll set it up some other time. Nice run. What do you mean? Are you not streaming today? So quiet during the credits. Is there no music playing during the credits? Why are you not streaming today? That's strange. Okay. Oh, you don't do Fridays. I forgot. Yeah, okay. I thought you did Fridays. Well, if you're on I'll set up auto split. And we can do a no reset. Shigeru Mumoda. I said that so wrong. Bonus? Yeah, do a bonus. And we can do a sub hour. Auto split. No reset run together. How's that sound? Alright. GG's. Awesome.